right now. Uh, what's up, man?
Not much. How are you?
Before I get into his Luke, before I get into my fucking weekend,
Oh, we don't care about you.
yeah. Uh, Big Luke, what's up, dude?
Oh,
Hey.
I got to slide across so I can see him. There he is. Hey,
By the time before I get into my fucking weekend, I want to know how Italy was, man.
good, good. It's busy, busy, of course. Traveling almost. I worked out because I always get up early in the morning and my plane didn't leave to that night. So got up at 4, left that night. By the time I flew there, do this sort of sleeping on the plane. If I add up this, 4 hours sleeping, 50 hours by the time I got to bed.
Oh God, that's
I,
fucking.
I was, because when I got there too, it was sort of daytime, and when you're just overtired, you feel drunk, you just feel like you're out of it. That's how
Oh
I was.
yeah,
And people were talking to me, I'm like, huh? Well, yeah.
yeah. It's fucking horrible.
Until I was there for 4 days, and then turn around and do the big trip and come back again.
At least you made some good bank, though, man.
Yeah, well, I think I spent a bit of it because I upgraded myself to business class. So the money I made, I spent a lot of that upgrading myself because the sciatic nerve was that bad. I'm like, I ain't sitting in that back of the plane for 15 hours. I'm going to murder someone. I'm going to open the door up and we're all going together.
Yeah, I
Just
don't blame you.
the pain going down my legs. So
What happened? What happened to your dog?
I don't know. My wife said he was bleeding from his private area. So the vet's coming between 11, like in an hour's time or so, to check that out and cut their nails because where I lived before, I had a lot of paved areas, so the nails would get worn down. Now, because it's mainly grass here, the nails are growing like this. And then that whole area out there is still sort of wet. It's been raining 3 weeks non-stop. We have fish in the river out there. I could have got you surf and turf because we had dead cows floating down the river as well. So
Jesus Christ!
I could have caught you steak and fish from the river.
And
And then
show
because the
us.
place has been, I just spent $200. Just went to the hardware store on mold product because the place has been shut up from the rain. Fucking got mold growing on the blinds and mold fucking. Oh, fuck.
Show us your new tattoo from Italy.
Oh, it's still healing, still healing.
Oh, we got a new one. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And the hand, wait, because the guy at the tattoo shop let me do something. I'm like, oh, what do I want? So I put it there. It's like the Templar shield and cross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the whole, it's like 2 days later, it's swollen up like a boxing glove, and you can't close your hand. Then it's just sting. But now it's like, I did that mistake once. I went to England. I got 6 new tattoos in 2 weeks. I spent the whole time walking around like, fucking don't touch me.
You're addicted to tattoos.
No, not
Uh,
really, but it's just for we're there. It was meant to be a 10-minute call in to see the guy. I ended up being there for like 2 hours getting the tattoo, and then
yeah, right.
but it was fun. Then I went to the Vatican again, so it was good to go there and walk around there and had some photos. All the military police knew me. I had to take some of the photos down because they were that excited to see me. He goes, Lee, can you
That's
just remove the photo? I hate to ask you because I was so excited. They jumped off this bus that was going past. Some jumped off there and some were already on guard. The ones on guard, they had their beret on, but they're not allowed to have a photo taken and posted if they don't have their beret on, not in full uniform.
Oh,
So,
man. That
oh, Lee,
sounds
can you just take
fucking.
it down? We'll get in trouble if you. They're like, oh, that's okay. I said, next time I get a photo, put your fucking beret on there. They're like, okay.
You got man. You're a lucky dude. You got a nice life, man.
Then I
Luke,
come
how you?
home to chaos. And there's no hot water. So last night, after traveling almost 2 days, I'm fucking barfing in the tub like Little House on the fucking prairie, boiling fucking jugs, boiling pots of water with a cup, pouring water over myself to have a fucking shower from a cup because the hot water system's gone out. So they've got to send a plumber out today to fucking.
Oh,
that happened to my neighbor. His hot
yeah.
water
It
went.
sucks. Yeah, we a hot water heater. They have a new system now where it's not a heater. It actually heats the water as it passes through, but it's
Uh,
expensive. Yeah, it's really expensive. Anyway,
I
Luke,
should have just had my wife stand over me and give me a golden shower.
uh, Luke, how you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. I'm hanging in there.
How was the weekend?
It was all right. It was my son's birthday this weekend,
Oh,
so
that's right. That's right. It was he
I,
17.
yeah, took him out. Him and his friends and cousins. They had
Yeah,
took him to the go-kart place in Edison.
But the
nice, man.
most important thing was there a nice big cake, birthday cake.
He had cupcakes. The wife bought him some cupcakes.
Oh, they're good because
What?
you can eat so many of them. It's like,
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
So
I
let
want
me
to show
tell
you my
you.
new ring, John. Look at that nice new ring there.
Oh, what's that from?
That's the ring they sent me from the ministry.
Oh, no.
Jesus, man.
Now,
Oh,
look, this is my parking pass if I want to park somewhere. Look, on official ministry business.
oh shit.
Jesus. You're not even like a A-list celebrity. And fuck, could you
No, this
imagine
is
what?
like, no, look, I told you I am actually, I'll find it here.
Could you imagine what Brad Pitt gets? Jesus
No,
Christ.
no, this is like, I'm actually, look, I told you. Here's the certificate. Look, I'm actually an ordained minister. Look,
Holy shit.
if you want me to marry you again, if anyone wants to get married, or I'm not going to say it'll be a serious wedding, but I can marry you.
All right.
Nice.
Let me
Now
explain.
let's hear about your woes,
Nice.
Mister.
It has been hell. It's just been. Luke, remember last week I told you that, I went to the emergency room.
Yeah.
Hold on. Before you go, Luke, this is the part where we have to look like we care. Okay, so okay, carry on.
Yeah, go fuck it.
Yes, John. Yes, yes.
Yeah. Do you remember when I said I had kidney stones?
Yeah.
And I just had to pass the kidney stones. Well, apparently it wasn't kidney stones. So I was still feeling some pain after that, but it wasn't that bad. And then all of a sudden, like Saturday night into Sunday, it started real bad. Real like and then Sunday morning, it was so bad that I just told my wife, I'm going to the emergency room. I can't take it. I was up all night. Fucking, it was killing me on my side, my back, right? So I go to Mountainside in Montclair, which I will never go to that hospital again. Okay. So I go to Mountainside, uh, tell them I'm in terrible pain, whatever, blah, blah, blah. They give me a CAT scan. They give me blood work, and they tell me that my enzymes on my pancreas are over 1,000.
Oh shit.
Yeah, which means I probably have pancreatitis, right?
Yeah. Damn.
So they're asking me everything that causes pancreatitis. They're like, "Do you drink?" I'm like, no. They're like, "Do you eat fatty foods?" I'm like, no. They're like, "Do you smoke?" No. "Do you do drugs?" No. No, 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 no. Right? Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Steroids.
So, no, actually, I googled it. It's very rarely does it affect your pancreas.
Oh, well, I'm
Plus,
here listening to you. Look, I got my clergy badge on listening to your confessions. Okay.
oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. So then they tell me, look, we're gonna have to give you an MRI, and to see why it's inflamed. And they said from the CAT scan they could tell that there is a duct from the gallbladder that and it might be blocked from a gallstone, and then it's inflaming the pancreatitis because that's they see that the duct is inflated, dilated. Okay, so I said, okay, what do we got to do? Well, right now we're doing the MRI, but we can't do it till tomorrow. That's Memorial Day,
The fuck?
right? Okay. They admit me in. I'm in pain. They're pumping me full of morphine like nobody's business, right? Every 4 hours they're giving me morphine. Okay. Now the first few times I was like in like serious pain. I was like, thank God. By 1 o'clock in the morning, I was like, stop giving it to me. Okay, no more, because the pain wasn't that serious anymore. So on and so forth. They give me blood thinners. They gave me all kinds of shit. Look, this girl couldn't even give an injection, right? Look at it. Yeah, it's just fucking terrible. So, doctor comes to see me that morning in Mountainside, and they tell me you're gonna get an MRI today. Okay, you're getting an MRI, and I'm gonna see what the problem is. It's like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. I'm like, all right, well, when are we doing this MRI? The nurse comes and says the MRI is broken. We can't do it. So I said, wow, what? You didn't know this yesterday?
Wait, can I just stop you for a minute? You're going through these MRIs, these professional medical help,
Right.
when you could have just gone to see your mother.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
could
right.
have died. She
Yeah.
could have diagnosed you with the whole thing up the butt, grabbing the balls, and she could have had you. She could have had
Let me
your
finish this
diagnosis.
because we got to get to bodybuilding.
What? What
Uh,
again?
so so I'm like bugging. Okay, they pump me full of morphine. Oh, here's the best part. I can't take a shit because I'm constipated from the full morphine. I can't take a piss because of the morphine. So then in the middle of the night, they fucking give me what is it?
Hot water bottle enema.
No, that's my mother. They give because I can't piss. They give me the
Oh, not up
the
not up
catheter.
the.
Yeah,
Oh,
in the middle of the fucking night. Now
oh.
here's the best part.
Good morning.
The late yeah no, it's in the middle of the night. This is 3 o'clock in the morning.
No, but I
I
meant good morning because it'll wake you up.
Oh yeah, right. I can't piss. Okay, I can't piss, and I'm telling this lady I can't piss, and they do this thing on your bladder, this ultrasound, and like, oh yeah, you're really full of water. We got to get that out of you. This nurse had to do it 3 or 4 times because she couldn't
Oh
get it to work.
shit.
Bro,
What? Take it out and put it back in. Take it out and put it
I
back in.
swear to God. I swear to God. And she's like, I don't understand why. Finally, like the third or fourth time, I'm like, lady, you're killing me here. Okay. I don't know what. So she gives me Flomax.
She
Okay.
just hated men. She just hated men. That woman.
Yeah. Right. So the next day, now now the next day, they tell me the MRI is broke. I was like, all right, well, let me get out of here. Discharge me because we can't take the next step. They didn't want to discharge me. I was like, okay, well, transfer me to a hospital that has a goddamn MRI machine if this is what we got to do. They didn't want to do that. And then the nurse says to me, if they transfer you, it might take 2 days. I'm like, you want me to sit here for 2 fucking days, right? And when you have pancreatitis, you can't eat or drink anything.
No.
Yeah. So for 2 days, I'm not eating or drinking anything. I didn't have any. My abs look great, by the way, but I didn't fucking eat. So finally, I just leave. I just go, yo, the doctor comes in. We can't hold you against your will if you want to leave. I fucking left. Okay. I took the paperwork. I left. Then I check into St. Joseph's Hospital in Wayne because I knew they had an MRI machine because we got a friend of the family that works
St.
there.
Joseph, yes.
Yeah, right. I go there, dude. It was like night and day. It was like they were on me like white on rice. Blood work, urine,
No racial jokes when Luke's here, please. Thank you.
yeah, um, ultrasound, MRI. By the time they gave me the MRI, the next morning to this morning, I was feeling 100 times better. They get the results from the MRI. They give me more blood work. The doctor comes in and he's like, well, whatever happened passed. He goes, because your enzymes are back to normal. One of the ducts was dilated, but it's there's nothing blocking it anymore. So if you did have something blocking it, like a gallstone bladder or sludge, you passed it. And your pancreas is back to normal, and your gallbladder is not inflamed, your liver is not inflamed. So whatever has happened passed.
I know what happened. Your wife poisoned you, and you went
Yeah.
to the hospital in time before she could give you the second and third dose.
Bro, the pain was insane. And like it was that the catheter thing was just fucking
Are you like me when you get pains down there? You automatically think prostate cancer, bladder cancer.
I don't know what's going on in my head. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so they let me out at about 4 o'clock, feeling 100 times better. I ate like a pig today because I couldn't eat. I didn't eat anything for like 3 days, dude. Right? It was insane since I've been in the hospital because you can't eat when you have pancreatitis. It's all the symptoms have to subside, and there's nothing you could do about pancreatitis. Like there's no antibiotics. You just gotta go wait it out.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just a fucking disaster. But anyway, that was my weekend, and I'm home and I'm back. The only thing is I can't go back to work till Monday because they know I work in the sewer, and the doctor's like, I don't want you near that place for at least till Monday because.
Now tell me, when she come to give you the catheter and she grabs your old fella, did it start retracting because you know what's coming? So I was like,
oh, dude, I grabbed her arm when she first stuck it in. I grabbed her arm. I must have woke up everybody in the hospital because it was 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? And she's like, does it really hurt that bad? I'm like,
the fuck you mean? Does it hurt that?
like you lay down and let me stick it up your urethra and tell me what
yeah. And dude, she did it at least 3 times. I'm like,
hurting me thinking of hearing about it.
Well, that's why, because it hurt so bad the first time. She might have got graped when she was younger, and she took it out on you. She goes, "Fuck you! I'm going to pull it out and do it again and do it again."
Dude. Oh, and by the way, Arns went to the hospital too. He had 2 discs removed and replaced in the back of his neck, I think. Yeah. So that's why he's not. That's why he's not here.
Neck operations.
Everybody's all fucked up. But anyway, I'm just so happy that I'm starting to feel better, and at least have a few days
may
off.
God look down upon you, my son.
Yes. Praise the Lord Jesus. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
All right. Anyway, So let's
Luke,
talk
so what's happened to you? Have you had any problems
yeah,
last week?
No, there's nothing
Yeah.
in comparison to what.
Unfucking believable.
You,
All
you
right.
haven't had like injuries at the gym. You haven't been racially profiled, pulled over, anything. Nothing going
Oh
on.
no, there's
Good, good.
nothing like that.
Yeah, thank God. All right. So Regan wins Cali. It was a
Yes.
pretty
What do you think of that?
I thought it was a pretty clear win. I think if
I
Sauce
was up in. I was going back and forth. The only thing
I,
that put me off was his quads from the front.
yeah.
Yeah,
If Sauce came in harder, he might have been
he
able
was
to pull it
either.
off.
Yeah,
But Regan looked harder than New York. And he's just much bigger guy,
it's
you
bigger
know.
than. Yeah,
But Sauce is, Sauce tried to play the size game in New York and coming in as hard and
Mm,
it didn't serve him. I don't know why these guys do that.
yeah.
If your strength is getting lean and hard and chiseled,
Yep.
you're not as big as the other guys. That's how you got to
Mhm.
fucking play the game.
And you stand out too because a lot of guys
yeah.
don't come in that
Yeah,
condition. You stand out more, so like eyes
right,
go to you.
right, right. And the Cali Pro is only a week later, so there's only so much you could do in a week. And I think Sauce would have had a better shot if he would have not played the size game in New York.
How many times has he got runner up now, Sasa? He's like going
Oh,
to be the runner up
Unbelievable.
guy.
no, but he's doing Toronto again, actually, and I think Regan's doing Toronto actually again. Yeah, so it's gonna be he better come in sharp, Sauce, because
What
um,
time is Nathan doing a show soon? I saw some pictures of him looking pretty good. Is he doing something overseas or
Nathan who
Yeah,
the
sure.
Asher? The Asher.
he can only do something overseas. He can't come to the state. When was the last time he was in the States?
It's been a while. Was it one of the Arnolds last time? I remember.
Arnold was the Arnold.
This year he was at the Arnold.
No,
Yeah,
not this year. Was it this year? Was he at the Arnold this year?
I believe so.
No, I don't think he was at the
Oh, he
Arnold.
was it? Okay.
I thought it might have been the year before.
Let me look it up because I don't want to trash him before, and then I'm wrong.
Can't trash him. He's got a good body.
I thought he did a show this year.
He's, um, he's
What
a top
happened?
contender.
I thought he did a show this year already.
Like my thing, Paul.
Let me see.
Like Paul.
Nathan Diasha, Arnold. Let's get out of here. Arnold Classic, 2020.
Might have been. It's been at least a year or two, hasn't it? It's been a little bit. I know he came after COVID, didn't he? After COVID, he came.
No,
No.
not that. Nathan Diasha does not hold. Who skipped the Arnold Classic in 2025? I'm pretty sure.
Just look up Nathan Asher's contest history.
Yeah, I know exactly. Okay, let's see.
Mr. Savage, is that a shirt from someone that sent you or something? That Savage
No,
shirt?
it's from the Amazon. I bought it. Nobody sends me free shit like they send you.
Okay, well, I'll send you some for when you know what I'm going to do. Because I get a lot of shirts sent to me, I don't wear them all. I'm going to send them to you.
Oh yeah, thanks, Nathan. The
I'll give you my hand-me-downs, even though I haven't worn them, so they're still new. So don't complain.
Okay.
Anyone listening, send John t-shirts, please.
No, what I want you to do is next time you go someplace,
Get you a shirt.
no, I want you to bring me with you and tell them, oh, I got a friend that's got to come and you got to pay him.
Hey, we would have fun in July going to the expo in Amsterdam eating cookies.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to
Where are you going? You're going to Vegas in
Las
June.
Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah, this is July. So what? That's a different month.
Yeah, well, I don't have that kind of money. I don't have the money you have, motherfucker. Shit.
I don't have money and get the paid for.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I was a pro bodybuilder. What money do you think I have? Jesus Christ!
Why is it not coming? Anyway,
I'm not Linda Murray.
I had it out with Nathan via Instagram a few years back.
The animosity. Is that why I detect the animosity there?
Yeah, like 2 years ago about how he lies about coming into the country, saying that, whatever the case is, he's using kind of excuses about why he can't come into the country. And I was like, well, every other UK bodybuilder has no problem coming to the country. Samson, Hollingshead, you go down the list. And I said,
I think the only reason you would is like Australia. My friend couldn't come here. I know any type of criminal past.
Yeah,
they can
exactly.
Yeah,
so that's what happened. He's been arrested several times. And they won't let him in because he's been arrested several times.
Yeah. We don't want criminals in America. We don't want any criminals in America.
Yeah, right.
No. It's like my friend that wanted to come from England to Australia.
He would never admit it. So
Yeah.
I put it on YouTube and I blew it up and then I put it on Instagram and he went back and forth. And I said to him, and this had to be about 2 years ago. And I said to him, "All right, come on my show." I said, "I'll do you one better. I'll come on my show. I'll bring in immigration lawyer, and if I'm wrong, I'll apologize on every platform that I have. And if I'm right, then you apologize." And of course, he's like, "I'm not coming on your show. You're a nobody. Blah blah blah. This and that." So
Which I don't think it's fair though, because I got a friend that he done some shit when he was younger, paid the price, went to jail and shit. Now he's successful with a
oh,
company.
I'm not saying it's
No, but I'm
fair.
just saying it's
I won't
weird that
admit
they
it.
hold. No, it's just weird that they hold that against people once you've done your
Yeah.
time. You should be able to travel. It's like it's not like you're going coming over to. I'm sick of committing crime in London. I'm going to come to
No,
England,
I
America.
100% I agree with you. I was just saying that he doesn't admit it. He makes
Yeah.
up excuses. He's like, "Oh, I was in the airport and they turned me around and sent me back and blah 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 and so on and so forth." Anyway,
Yeah, 2018 was the last time we did a show.
18 was it? 18. Yes.
Miss that was at the Olympia.
that was yeah.
But he has competed overseas though, hasn't he?
Overseas, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, overseas. All right, so your show is coming up, Luke, the Legion this weekend,
Hmm.
and there's only two names that really stand out: Blessing and Tonio Burton. And I don't think Tonio was gonna have a problem with Blessing.
They need to watch out for Kennedy.
Yeah.
Kennedy. Let's
Yeah,
Yeah,
look.
man. If he gets conditioning, he'll be
yeah.
a.
If he gets conditioned, he's
Mm.
gonna he'll
Let's
he'll
let's look him up. Okay,
yeah.
Is
Kennedy.
that John Kennedy or Ted Kennedy?
That's colossal. That's the colossal guy.
I know. I was just going down the politics side of
Same
Kennedy.
guy, or is that him? Or
Yeah, that's colossal Ken or whatever
oh
his name is. Yeah,
yeah. If he comes in tighter
Yeah.
yeah,
than he did at the New York Pro,
yeah.
then yeah, he will definitely be dangerous. But he's got to come in tighter.
Mhm.
He definitely has to come in tighter. Yeah, he was definitely soft at the New York Pro. But it's this guy's first fucking show. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Blessing has the size too. He's one of those guys when you see Blessing, you're
Blessing,
like, come on, just get tighter. It's like, yeah,
blessing is just a disappointment, man. He really,
that's a big hard word there, my son.
he is.
It's because he talked himself like up to a
Like
point and then
look
and
at
didn't produce.
his.
Didn't produce.
If you talk
Well,
yourself up, you got to be like Nick and come in condition. If you talk yourself up,
Yeah.
but Blessing did win the New York Pro when he was with
yeah,
George Farah. I don't know if you guys
hmm
remember that. This
Yeah,
was
I remember that.
Yeah,
hmm
and he looked great. Even though his legs were small, he had the appearance of great legs because they were so separated.
hmm
And my attitude is like, what the fuck did you leave Farrah for then? Like this is him now, right? This was 2 weeks ago. Let's see if we get a better one. When was this?
The one.
This was 3 days ago. Okay.
hmm
You
You'd
know,
like to see him a bit tighter than that, but a lot
yeah,
can change in a few days.
absolutely. But now when you look at Tonio put on, I think, 10 or 12 pounds of muscle.
Ooh, that's a
Tonio,
lot. 'Cause how tall is Tony? He's only 5'7", is he?
and
Yeah,
he
yeah, he's
looks
like 5'7".
he
Yeah.
looks fucking chiseled to the bone,
Mm-hmm.
dude. I mean, this is
Mm-hmm.
I'm a huge Tonio.
Very, very. He sort of reminds me of similar, a little bit taller version of Bonnac. Not
Dexter.
as big
Oh,
at the moment,
Bonac.
but
I was
similar.
gonna say Dexter.
Oh yeah.
I am a huge Tonio fan because he just has this classic physique with enough size and conditioning that he could battle any big dude on that stage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he looks fucking good. I'm a
Additional.
huge Tonio fan, and yeah, he is not a tall guy because I met him when he did the
And
New
he's
York.
got tattoos. He's got tattoos. So what's not to like?
Yeah, I met him when he did the New York Pro,
Yeah, when he
uh,
won.
and he's maybe like an inch shorter than me, so he's probably about 5'7" ish, give or take. Uh,
And
but yeah, man, I think this is going to be a slam dunk for him, honestly.
you got Bruno Santos in there, so
Yeah, Bruno looks good. Don't get me wrong, but
because
he,
he's coming with the size. If he comes in condition a little
yeah,
bit, he might.
I could see guys knocking Blessing out. Like I could see
Oh yeah,
Bruno and
I don't think they're worried about him.
Regan's sitting this one out. Is he and doing the other ones
yeah,
after?
Regan's doing the Toronto, and so is Haas. So is Haas. Um, I'm a big fan of Bruno too. We talked about this because I love
Mhm.
watching the clips of him in the gym and how strong he is. He's like freaky strong. But I could see if he comes in tighter, I could see him
Yeah.
knocking out guys like Blessing.
Hmm.
Ken comes in tighter, I could see him knocking out guys like Blessing. But who else we got? Let's see. There's a couple of young guys that are doing this show too.
So,
Let's see. Patrick Moore. I don't know what he's
uh,
doing.
Hey,
nobody's worried about that.
Yeah. Felix Norman is a good bodybuilder. He just has to put more size on. He really comes in shredded. I believe I've had, let me see. Ooh, oh God, stupid ass. Uh,
who's
Felix.
that?
Yeah, really. Felix Norman. Here we go. Yeah, no, I haven't had it on a guy. I had Ryan Forster on, but this guy comes in, always comes in peeled.
Hmm.
Just has to, he just has to, what do you call it? Put on a little bit more size to battle with these big boys, but he always comes in shape, and he's got great legs. His back is decent, but he's got to take like some time off and put on a good 10, 12 pounds in order for him to be in the top three or top five of a show. You know what I mean? But I think he can be. I don't know how old he is, but I think he can be a good bodybuilder.
Hmm.
You know, because
Got
he's
another Nigerian in there,
who's that? What's
the Oluwatobi.
see? Nigerian people have like this fucking incredible uh
Like
have
structure,
this
genetic,
incredible
genetic
this
O
stuff.
O L U W A T
WATCOBI.
O B I. There
Did I tell you my friend? He went over
he
there
is.
to
There he is.
Nigeria.
That's him.
My friend went to Nigeria and spent like 2 weeks out, right out with the tribes and all that for 2 weeks out there. And
Is this his pro debut?
But I think so. I'm not sure.
I don't know what it is about Nigeria. They have fantastic fucking genetics. Uh, they just, Samson lives in the UK, but his family's from Nigeria.
Mhm.
Who's the guy from Canada? His family's from Nigeria. What's his name?
Trudeau.
No, stupid ass.
Well, I saw him done up looking black white with a
What's his
turban
name?
on his head.
Andrew Jack is
And the
Nigerian.
Andrew Jack is
Yeah, yeah,
Nigerian. Yeah, this guy
yeah.
looks pretty good. This guy looks pretty good. See, Luke, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, bro, you become a pro bodybuilder and you get yourself a white wife. See? Yeah, that's just how it goes. What is his name?
Be careful now. Who's that guy in America's been on the podcast? He's putting down some of the black NFL players having white wives, saying he's going
Oh
against
yeah, yeah. I forgot his name.
talking
Because
shit. Yeah,
they were talking about Caitlin Clark and somebody.
Oh, and then but he got a white girl pregnant.
yeah, yeah. I
Oh
saw that.
yeah.
Yeah, they said but he won't talk about that. He
So,
won't,
so he
yeah.
didn't talk about that. He didn't bring that
Nah.
guy
What
that
was his name? You're right. I forgot about that. Yeah, yeah. He's saying that because
It's like you love.
somebody chimed in and said Caitlin Clark's a better
Yeah,
basketball player than
Reese.
Angel Reese, which is not even a debate. She's
Mm.
Yeah.
obviously, and uh, apparently that guy's married to a white woman, and somebody was sticking up for Reese, and he said, "What does he know?
Mm.
He's
Yeah.
married to a white woman." And it's
Why they got to stoop to make everything about race?
I don't know, man. That's
It's like
ridiculous.
even if you love who you love, if you fall in love with someone, you
Yeah,
don't
that's
care what
it.
race they are, what color they are.
The best was
He probably just woke up.
wait, the best was what what's his name? Brittany Griner said. That was the best. Not the whole trash fucking white girl thing. Not that. After that. I don't know if you heard this. This was fantastic. She said that now you go to a WNBA game and there's so many people in the audience and it's loud and people are screaming. It is a distraction. And
Oh,
it used to be that a WNBA game was very quiet and it used to be it used to be
Is she complaining there's a big crowd there? Really?
yeah. She said it used to be very intimate and it used to be very quiet, and now things have changed, and it's like, wow.
But we want to get paid the same as the men, but we don't want people there.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, here's why I don't think it's a race thing. I think it's a woman thing.
Yeah, it is a woman thing.
It
Because
is a woman.
because when you bring up white basketball players to black basketball players who really are good, like anytime you bring up an old school ball player and you say, who's the guy from Boston?
Larry Bird.
You say Larry Bird. They're like, wow, that guy was this. They have the ability to gain respect
Yeah.
if you could play the game. And there's plenty of other guys. There was a guy named White Chocolate. I forgot his name.
White chocolate.
Yeah, there was White.
Jason Williams.
What's his name?
Jason Williams.
Oh yeah. And there's this new guy from I forgot what country he's from some Eastern European country, and he plays like hell.
Yeah.
And men have the ability to like respect your opponent as long as you could play the game and you could
Because
back it up.
we're competitive. We're men. Women go. I feel you should be here. No.
Yeah.
You know.
Caitlin Clark will never.
Men don't say I feel you should be in this position. Like you have to earn it. Pretty much.
Wait, Caitlin Clark, it's like I don't think she's ever going to get any satisfaction from the girls because women just fucking hate. We talked about this last time.
Yeah,
women fucking hate each other, bro.
Yeah,
they fucking. And when you do something better than them, man, it's fuck. Me and my wife will go out somewhere. This has happened maybe 2 or 3 times. We'll go out to a bar, a restaurant, whatever, and she will pick somebody out that looks like her, right? And she knows that she's my type. Pick somebody out that looks like her. My wife is very girly. She always has the nails done and hair done, and she's got the big fake boobs and the whole thing and blah blah blah. And she'll look at the girl and go, "Do you look at that girl? She looks terrible." And she'll just start ripping her apart. And in my head, I'm going, "She looks like you."
That's her playing. She wants to catch you out and go, "No, she looks
I'm like, yeah, she looks horrible. I don't know.
Then she says, "What, you saying I look horrible?"
Yeah, right. So
you can't win in those situations with women.
So speaking of which, I got actually a couple of pretty good announcements, man.
You pregnant?
Yeah.
Actually, did you see too? I haven't watched it, but I just saw Officer Tatum did a video. Some school somewhere, some trans kid, he's like 14 or 15, just splits the school carnival, beating all the girls.
Oh Jesus!
Wendy
Fortino reached out to me.
Oh yes, Wendy. Yes.
She's a 8-time IFBB figure, and she saw. Remember the clip that we did when I said if these girls really just cause drama, they could.
Yeah, that was last week.
Yeah. She actually reached out to me and she loved it and she wants to come on the podcast. Let me see. I don't want to.
I've been on her podcast twice.
And I said, yeah, absolutely. Let's see. It was just, she basically said to me, oh my God, LOL. I have some thoughts about this. I mean, you're not wrong. And we were going back and forth, blah, blah, blah. So I said, look, we sent her some videos and I said, you want to come on? And this weekend she can't come on because she's going to be at the Legion, but she's going to come on next week. And the other thing is Danny Broadhurst's wife reached out to me. Danny was the bodybuilder that died last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted her to come on last year when he passed, but it was obviously too soon. Mm-hmm. And she reached out to me this year, and she said that she wants to come on. And she also said that Carly, which was Doug Foucher's wife, also wants to come on. They want to come on together and talk about, their husband's passing, dying, and so on and so forth. So I said, absolutely.
What did he pass from? Was it heart attack? Was it or?
Well, the truth of the matter is we don't know because when I tried to ask Danny's wife, she basically was like, look, I really don't want to get into it right
Mhm.
now, and I respect it. I said I
Yeah.
totally understand. Doug was missing, if you don't remember, for a few days, and then they finally found him. But I never found out if he overdosed or if he relapsed because both of them had bad past. If you remember, both of them had bad
Mhm.
drug issues in the past, not steroid, like recreational drugs.
Mhm.
But Danny was homeless on the street for a while, and Doug had some really bad fucking problems. So I don't know really what happened. So of course, both of them have an open invitation because Doug was on the show with me on Muscular Development. He's been on my show a couple of times. Danny was always on my show. So absolutely. And I sold two jerseys.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, bro, I sold
No,
two jerseys.
that's great. Your brother and your cousin brought one.
Yeah, two guys from work.
Oh.
Well, whatever, man. I had them made up.
Hey, yeah, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, tell me about it. Well, I'm telling you, man. Uh, they're good. Fuck, they're nice shirts. I wore them. And I was afraid when I washed them, I was like, okay,
Yep. It's
are they
got
gonna
a
shrink? Are they gonna,
color gonna fade.
yeah, they're gonna fit? No, nothing. I wore them, wore it twice to the gym. Both times I washed it. Stitching was still just as good. Fade is just as
The
good.
jersey's white, but the red lettering makes it pink.
Yeah, right. That's what I thought was gonna happen. No, man, it's fucking quality stuff. It's pretty damn good, man. And that's basically it. So Tonio, in my estimation, will probably win the
Mhm.
uh fucking
Bleach.
where I'm excited to see because I think he did put on, I want to say 10 pounds. I'm not 100%
They
sure.
having like a live feed of that show anywhere, or is it not?
I'm sure
I
they do.
believe so. Yeah, they do. They
I'm
do.
sure they
So,
do.
they did it
Because
last.
I'm
They did
I'm
the live
sorry,
feed
Luke.
last.
Ed. What were you gonna say, Luke?
Live feed last year, so they do
Yeah,
it.
I'm sure they do. I'm a huge Antonio fan because I think his physique is phenomenal. And I always said this guy puts on 10 pounds and he's going to be dangerous. So he was dangerous
I
before that.
notice you're huge fans of the people who just haven't blocked you.
Well, no, look. I'm a big fan of Martin Fitzwater. He blocked me. He did. He blocked me because I reported on him when he got arrested a couple of years back.
Come on, come on, you two bald heads should stick together.
Yeah, and I can't. And I'm like, he got arrested. I reported it.
I wonder why people would get like if I got arrested or anything happened to me. I'm an open book anyway. I'd tell anything of what happens to me, good, bad,
Look, man.
sexual. Like if
Listen,
someone
that's
reported that on me, I'd be like, okay, it
it
happened.
is what
I
it
wouldn't
is.
hide.
Yeah, look, that is the trade-off. All right, the trade-off is if you want to be a public figure,
Yeah.
whatever happens in your life
Mm.
is going to be everybody's going to find out about it.
All
That's
right.
the
Yeah.
trade-off, and hopefully the trade-off is you make enough money that's
But
the
But
trade-off.
the thing is,
If
too, I
you
think
don't,
if you own it and talk about it, it squashes it. If you come
Yeah.
out and you openly
absolutely,
talk about it, people are like, oh, no big deal. If you deny
yeah,
it or hide it, people keep digging at you and talking about it more. But if you come out and say, yeah, I did this, did that, that's it. People go, oh, at least he was honest about it, and the subject goes away. But if you
yeah,
hide it, it
absolutely,
keeps coming up. So,
yeah, exactly. If you just,
Anytime something happens to a public figure, the people always want to know what do you have to say about it.
mhm.
Then you might as well say something whether it's good or
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
That stops everyone wondering. Like,
The rumors stops everyone talking shit. It's
yeah,
like,
listen, you say, listen, I'm human. I made a mistake. I fucked up. I was going the
yeah.
wrong path, and
I talked about the
paid the
shoelace, the
price
coffee
for it.
table.
And
I
that's
talked
it.
about the shoelace, the coffee table, vodka bottle in my ass. I talk about it all.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the way it goes.
Hey,
Shit.
yeah. I've had some friends that saw the show that, hey Luke, was Lee Priest really serious or was he joking about it? I said, no, he was serious.
Oh,
They think he was serious.
they're
motherfucker's
like,
serious.
he's fucked up.
I told my wife, listen to this, Ali. I told my wife that your dog is bleeding from his balls or his dick or something like that. And
What'd she say? What did Lee do to it?
yeah. She goes, only Lee Priest's dog would be bleeding from its dick.
I went outside and he had his leash tied to the caravan on his dick.
Oh,
Like father, like son. Stop
yeah,
doing that, though.
yeah, yeah.
I don't
All
know.
right.
I think he might have. I know he tried to get under the fence when I was away because he had a few cuts on his head and that. So So I'm not sure what happened there. So I might have to shoot off. I think the vet's here.
All right, yeah, no problem. Because I'm gonna cut it
I
off.
better not look like an idiot. You're walking to go.
All right, gentlemen. I'm sorry that I got to cut it short, but I had a rough
That's okay.
weekend.
No problem.
All right, fellas. Listen, I appreciate you guys coming on tonight, man.
All right.
All right, we'll talk soon.
Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye,
Later,
Luke.
fellas.
All right, Lee.